You know.
One question I got for you.
So
So you do use social media a lot more than I do, and
mhm,
as an entertainer,
yeah.
um, what is the interaction with fans like?
It it varies. Most times people show a lot of love, you know what I mean, as far as that's concerned. I try not to engage too much on my fan pages. I try to just kind of just present information. But for the most part, the people that engage with you on your fan pages, at least for me, I like to think are my fans.
Yeah,
So therefore, I don't receive a lot of hate mail, and I try my best. I make a conscious effort to put out products that aren't like I don't want to use the word controversial, but that are like I guess have a mass appeal. Let's say that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And do that whole business. So I try to stay away from as much anything that can raise an eyebrow, for lack of better words. Not that I'm afraid of it. I just don't think that's what my brand is.
right, right,
You
right.
know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, for the most part, it's nothing but love as far as that goes. You ever received any hate?
Well, I
Well,
haven't.
now
Not on social media. Yeah,
evolution.
yeah, yeah, Evolution got a lot. But
Mm.
like me personally, I haven't. But I don't really interact that much.
Right, right.
Um, but when I was researching social media and trying to learn, I guess some tips and tricks to grow. I'm kind of in that stage right now with my own
Uh-huh.
brand, just trying to figure all that, trying to build that foundation.
Right.
And every page that I looked at said to interact with your fans. If people
Yeah.
are going to comment, they're going to ask you questions. You're not going to be able to get all of them, but you know, the ones that you find important or entertaining or whatever, like
Mhm.
pick and choose your battles
Yeah.
and respond, because they said that other fans will see that interaction and it'll
And then
bring you down to a more personal level.
okay.
And that sounds great. But
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I have been scrolling through social media and come across an artist that I'm a fan of and seeing somebody just like talking shit. And
Yeah.
then when the artist, you know, comments underneath it, like, why are you saying, you know,
Right.
what's your problem? Their
Right.
response is, oh man, I didn't mean that. I
Right.
never
Right.
thought you'd
Right.
actually
Right.
respond. So
Right.
you're just being a piece of
Right.
shit for no
Yep.
reason. Like
Yep. Yep.
it
Now
drives me nuts.
I can't say like um some of the people that I'm fans of, they reach out to me. Like I have a couple that reach out to me like quite a bit. Like there's this producer, D. Angeletti. He AKA the Mad Rapper. Um, he was one of Puffy's producers back in the Bad Boy days with the Hitman and things of that nature. And anytime I comment on anything that he does, he'll shout me out and do that whole business. And that's a cool feeling to know that someone that you've kind of looked up to appreciates you enough to where they respond back to you. So that's been kind of cool,
Yeah.
you know. And then I've hit some in the DMs just on some business stuff, and they've responded in the DMs. Sometimes you wonder if it's really them or not, but you know,
Right.
I've had some interactions with some celebrities that have responded back through social media,
Yeah.
you know. And I
Well,
tell people all the time, like, how can I get a hold of? Like, I had one girl ask me, how can I get a hold of Mystical? I was like, hit him in his DMs. You a girl, there's a good chance that he'll respond back to you. You know?
right.
So just play into it. You know what I mean? Never know.
Watch yourself.
Never know. I used to work with Nikki Acox long time ago. And I saw her in my People You May Know.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I sent her a friend request and she accepted, and then I inboxed her and she responded. She did. And I mentioned the the times that we had spent together to see if it would strike a memory. And she was like, yeah, I remember who you are. Now, she could have been pulling my leg. She was only on the set for a couple of weeks, and we used to have lunch together. The last week that she was there, like that Monday, she had a sandwich. And at the time, I was working in security. When I worked the front desk, and she had a sandwich, and it was cut in half, and she had two halves of a sandwich, and I was sitting there. She was walking by, and I was sitting there, and she was like, I'm not gonna finish this whole sandwich. Do you want half of it? And I was like, I'll take half if you will have lunch with me. She was like, all right, cool. So we had lunch every day after that until she left. You know what I mean? She would come up every day at lunchtime. We're like, you want to have lunch today? So we go and sit and chill, just two of us. And then her last day there, we were saying our goodbyes. And I was like, you're going to go off and be a big star. And you're going to forget all about me. She's like, I'll never forget you. And she gave me a hug. And I never saw her again, in essence. I guess she went to LA because this was in New York. So I reached out to her on social media and she was like, yeah, I remember who you are. Exactly. So, I say if you want to get in touch with somebody, social media, if you don't have a phone number for them,
that's true.
It could be a shot in the dark, but
that's true.
Shit happens. Yeah,
Another thing that I think is really neat about social media for an entertainment standpoint is we're basically a business.